Welcome, friends! Today we are starting a brand new island. I like to name each of my resident representatives a different name. When the island is complete, I like to think that they stay behind and take care of the residents. Perfect. Now for the fun part, let's choose a map. I'll go with this one. Just like my previous islands, this island is going to have a fun theme. Any guesses? Oh good, we have oranges. Yay, and a green airport. Cute starting villagers too. Hazel and Mott. Resident Services is a nice distance from the airport. Before we go exploring, let's go see what Tom Nook has to say. Hooray! Let's grab our tent from Timmy and Tommy. try to place my tent, villager houses, and buildings on the beach at the beginning. Once we are able to terraform and waterscape, it'll be easier to have everything out of the way. We will be able to move buildings and houses around later on. Let's do the same thing with Hazel and Mott's tents. Now that the tents have been placed, we will need to gather some supplies for an island warming party. Although Tom only asks us to gather 10 tree branches, I always take the opportunity and gather fruit, stones, extra branches, and clean up weeds. It's not necessary, but I like to get it out of the way. Less to do later. Don't forget to check on your new neighbors. Let's hand in our supplies. Now that the supplies have been turned in, we can start the party. I have the perfect name. Cricket. Island theme, the bug collector. Imagine this: a field station for exploration, a museum for preservation, a market bazaar, and a creative corner. Welcome to Cricket. Let's chat with our new neighbors and then call it a night. We have a lot of work to do. We can get a camping cot from Tom Nook. Let's make our way to the tent to rest. Cozy. I always like to see what color lamp, radio, and cot I get. Perfect. Time to get a little bit of rest. Let's head outside. I definitely had more than a nap. Weird dreams. Tom gives us a NookPhone that we can use for taking photos, creating custom designs, call for help, and more. If you are new to Animal Crossing or would like occasional refreshers, Tom provides an app called Island Life 101. Rude. The audacity. Come move to this deserted island where you literally have to pay for everything or make it yourself with no money. Now it seems like he's just making things up. How did he even calculate that? Well, it looks like we have our work cut out for us. Before we get started, let's check the mail. A paradise planning photo, we will learn more about that in another video, an Animal Crossing New Horizons Nintendo Switch, and a recipe for a simple DIY workbench. I always try to place all of my furniture items outside as it will help us later on. I think Mott is underrated. A mesh cap? Not exactly my vibe, but I will wear it for now. Usually for my themed islands, I plan out each villager I want to live on the island. But for this island, I think I'm going to just go with the flow. Look at this cutie. Just a tip, try to accumulate as many miles as you possibly can early on. Remember that we need 5,000 miles to pay off the first home loan. It's not that hard. Pretty much anything you do will earn you miles. Be sure to check the Nook Miles app if you aren't sure. Look at all of the open space. I can't wait to fill it all in. I will probably change my passport comment later on. Sheesh, not many good options. This'll do for now. It's a good idea to get acclimated to the NookPhone because you'll be using it a lot. I'll create a temporary design and we'll change it after I upgrade the Custom Designs app. This is just for Nook Miles purposes right now. Let's see how many miles we've earned so far. Not bad. After the initial loan is paid off, we can redeem our miles for recipes, furniture, and more. It's important to check with Tom Nook often in the beginning stages of the game. He will give you a plethora of tips and tricks to help with the progression of the game. Let's take the workshop right away. Learning to craft recipes is essential. You'll be able to make tools, furniture, and more. This is the very reason I picked up the extra tree branches. I also collected all of the fruit I could get my hands on, stones, weeds, and seashells. Tom will provide us with a few more recipes, and we will accumulate even more later on. There are many ways to obtain recipes, from villagers, balloon gifts, bottles washed up on the beach, the Nook stop, and also from Timmy and Tommy. The tools you start out with are very basic and break with only a few uses, but you can get recipes for upgraded tools via the Nook Miles redemption service at the Nook stop. Be sure to bring any critters you catch to Tom Nook. Later on, you'll need 15 more, so after you catch the initial 5, I would recommend to stack them somewhere for safekeeping until you need them. I created a net to catch bugs with. We'll want lots of those for this island. Before heading outside, be sure to visit Timmy. Timmy and later Tommy are some of the shopkeepers you'll encounter on the island. You'll be able to buy all sorts of goods from them. And you can also sell items you no longer need in exchange for bells. Some of my extra crafting materials are in my tent, but these are all of my leftovers. Remember not to sell everything. You'll definitely need a lot of materials to craft with. A nice chunk of change. Fruit will play an important role in decorating later on when you want to move trees or break rocks. Being able to craft tools is nice, but I prefer to just buy them. I usually buy extra in case they break. DIY for beginners will give you more recipes to craft with. Unfortunately, you might be the unlucky victim of a wasp, tarantula, or scorpion sting. Or one of your villagers might get sick. Medicine is nice to have on hand in case of an emergency. Saplings, fruit, and flower seeds are great for decorating the island and also for accumulating Nook miles. Speaking of miles, we should be getting pretty close to 5,000. I have a pretty good idea of the color palette I'm going to stick to for the island, but we will plant these ones temporarily. I am thinking shades of orange, peach, green, yellow, and white. What do you think? forget to water your flowers. We should probably start fishing and catching bugs. Speaking with your villagers will increase your friendship with them. Sometimes they say the funniest things. You can chit-chat, trade gifts, and even play games with them. I especially like to watch them interact with each other. Villagers will often gather in front of resident services to do yoga, sing, or play. I think it's kind of funny when they get mad at each other. They get all huffy. Some of the best things come from trees. Shake 'em for fruit, branches, bugs, furniture, and bells. Seasonally, you'll shake down acorns, eggs, pine cones, and even holiday ornaments. I have found 5 creatures, so now it's time to bring them to Tom Nook. Believe it or not, I've never donated every single fish, bug, and sea creature. I would love to complete the Critterpedia this time. I'm not sure if I can, but I'll try. Tom Nook will reward you for your donations, so keep them coming. More crafting recipes. Thank goodness, now I can chop away at some trees for wood. Ooh, mums. Great flower. We will definitely need some of those, but not red. Only 2 more. It's so time-consuming making donations one at a time. I have to admit, I've never purposefully crossbred flowers. It just happens on its own, or I just get the rare ones off of treasure islands. Last one. I love Blathers. He reminds me of my brother. Blathers can be very wordy if you aren't careful, though. His sister Celeste is my absolute favorite. Celeste and I share the same hobby, stargazing. Yes, I can, Tom. To the beach. But before we do that, let's pay off the first home loan. We will come back later and upgrade to a house. Owning a house is great for storage and decorating reasons. We can even choose a cute roof color. The 3.0 update is going to be awesome because it appears that we are going to be able to expand our storage capabilities even more. Let's craft an axe and head back outside. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, oh crap. A swing and a miss. Oops. I have some medicine, but I'll just use it later. Luckily, I have this decent stretch of beach. This is where Blather's tent and future museum will go temporarily. I will place all of my captures here. Blathers will want 15 in order to expand the museum. I will need to work on that. Sea butterflies are weird. Have you ever seen a real one? Look it up. Do you want to build a snowman? Boy? Snow boy? I was going to sing that, but I'm afraid of pissing off the YouTube gods. And Disney. Aw man, I don't think I got it right this time. He looks perfect, to me. I think it's about time to build a proper house. Tent storage is pretty tight. I sure have. 98,000 bells? Piece of cake. We can pay that back in no time. Green. I want a green roof. Tom is upgrading our Nook Miles app with Nook Miles Plus, which will add to the ways we can accumulate miles. When you open your Nook Miles app, Nook Miles Plus can be accessed by pressing the plus sign on your Nintendo Switch Joy-Con or Pro Controller. Since we have to wait until tomorrow for the home to be upgraded, let's finish some wood chopping and we can start prepping the items we will need in order to build a bridge in the next video. I like working ahead. We will need 4 log stakes, 4 pieces of clay, and 4 stones. It's a good thing we've been collecting recipes. We will most likely need some of the other items listed too, like the wooden block toy for housing plots. By the way, to speed up crafting, double tap the A button. I love this music. If you ever forget how many of the item you are carrying, you can tell by looking here. I also managed to collect 30 pieces of softwood, hardwood, and regular wood, which will be needed for Timmy and Tommy to upgrade their store to a proper shop. We will just set everything down over here until we need it. Timmy and Tommy will also need 30 iron nuggets, which are harder to come by. You can hit rocks around your island with an axe or shovel to collect stones, clay, iron, and sometimes gold. The remaining iron nuggets required can be found by hitting rocks on mystery islands, which we will do in the next video. My pockets need some serious organizing. See all these stones? You can combine them to take up less space in your pockets. In this particular case, though, we will need 4 stones to build our bridge, so I'm only going to stack 4 of them together and then drop them on the ground to use later. I only have 1 piece of clay, and we will need several more iron nuggets. I will place the other furniture items I crafted here too. I think that's all for today. Be sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell, and like the video. It's free and it helps our little community grow. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.